Hello, welcome back to another video. This is Genesis Part 6 on the SteamDeck. This is all the SteamDeck. Click on the SteamDeck. This whole mod, the 300 plus gigabyte mod for Starfield, or Sheffield, I guess I should say. But this turns it into Star Wars or Star Wars everything, characters, guns. And it's a lot of fun, we'll say. It's a lot of... It's a pain in the ass to install, I will say. The first time I installed it, it took 3 hours to install. But if I had to do it again, there's a lot of workarounds that I had to do. This is about Linux, right? So I installed it on the Linux machine. So, the problem was the installer for this mod was Windows. So, yes, there's you actually have to do for this to run, but what I am doing is installing something called Jackify, which is basically a WabbaJack mod installer for Linux. So, you just basically copy that Star Wars Genesis mod list, make sure the directory is in the right spot. It all tells you how to do it on the website, the genesismodlist.com website, and then once you have the Jackify thing going, it takes a while to download all the mods, obviously. There's 300 mods, or something like that. Download all the mods, and basically you need Nexus Premium, and that's the problem I had with WabbaJack, was that Nexus worked, but WabbaJack brings up like this web view thing that doesn't really work, so that's why I had to use Jackify, which I guess has a built-in Nexus thing. So you log in through Nexus, and it only works with Nexus Premium right now, so I had to buy Premium. It's free for a few days, so I did that first, and then I kept it actually to do the update from 8.5 to 8.6, but you know, it's not a big deal.
We still need to find any sign. Glad to haul whatever you need.
So yeah, you need Nexus, you need Jackify, you need Proton Tricks to install some files, and you also need the main files. So there's a few things on the installer, like the documents files you need to install, so you have to install those main. Drag the files. This file that gives you the documents, my game, Starfield directory.
Choice items.
And then there's a few. I had a problem that when I initially installed it, which is the mod loader, mod organizer. I need to download something called SFSE loader. There's a .exe file and a .dll file that I had to also drag over because those didn't install properly either. I do have a video on my channel. It's like an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours long. That's me cutting it down a bit because it took me longer than that, probably 3 hours to install it the first time. Anyways, once you get it up and running and installed, you have to run through the game a few times. You have to launch it, let it run. And then you'll see different problems pop up, and then you have to deal with those problems. But once everything is up and running the first time, updating after that isn't as hard. You just need to download the new Star Wars Genesis.exe file, and that generates a new mod list, I guess, and you put that into Jackify again. The directory should all be the same, nothing changed, so all you're doing is doing that, and it downloads the newest mods, installs those, and then I had to install the documents again, I believe, because that rewrote those, and that was it. So the update would only took me about half an hour to do, as opposed to 3 hours for the install. Anyways, this is later on. I've recorded doing a lot of these voiceovers because I've been working a lot before I go off on maternity leave. My daughter's been born. I actually, when you're watching this, she'll be long. But at the time of recording this, this is like me trying to get a bit of a backlog going, so that I have a couple weeks to to rest and not have to worry about YouTube. And not that I have to worry about YouTube. I mean, this is fun, but I don't want to get too far behind with basically what I play versus what I record versus what I do voiceovers for. Obviously, the best for me is sitting down at my desk and recording gameplay that way. But with 2 kids now, I have to obviously play in bed in the dark, whatever, or at work, and I can't really do voiceovers for that, so I have to do that later. And so I have a bit of a backlog I have to get through. So you'll see all this. Star Wars Genesis is a good example because it's a game where it's not online. I can kind of play at my own leisure. It's slower, story-driven content. So this is that. So this is a really interesting place to attack. This is like some kind of field hospital, I think, with scavengers. So I beat the Rebel storyline, which I guess I didn't record. I'm recording of that. Yeah, because the whole boss fight and everything, I guess got corrupted. Damn, yeah, this is actually saving a whole bunch of content. Anyways, this here is, I guess, the main storyline, not the Rebel storyline. Scrounging around, trying to play between first person and third person. I do kind of like both modes, honestly. They're both fun to fight in. I like third person games so I can see like my character's armor and stuff.
Have anything valuable?
Kind of makes me feel more immersed in this. First person is fun too. Like, you kind of lose that, like, who are you? You can wear any armor. It doesn't really. I don't know. Both are fine. It's also easier to loot, I find, in first person. Let's see what I'm actually looking at. Like, combat's better in first person because you can actually, like, get around those, like, hard corners and shoot through the railings and stuff. Where in third person, it's a lot harder to do that. So in close quarters, going into like that's fun. Anyways, I'll quit yapping, let you guys watch the rest of this video. Yeah, so this is the, I don't know what it was called in Starfield. This is like the normal storyline, I guess. The normal vanilla Sarah Morgan storyline. So this is the Star Yard and Taris, I think. Attacked by. There was 2 missions I really didn't record properly. There was I ended up attacking Mandalorian outpost. Got like Boba Fett's armor and Mandalorian's armor, like this Beskar, like silver, shiny armor. And that's in record also kind of killing Saw Gerrera, which was like the Rebel like storyline. And that's in record sword either, so I'm missing like 2 like pretty big firefights. The Mandalorian outpost was like tough. Like, it was a tough one to fight. I don't know why that didn't record. That sucks because that was like had to go to an outpost and kill like 30 guys, and then that gave me a key card to go to the Mandalorian outpost, and that was like 40 guys. You know what I mean? It was a hard fight, and you end up getting like the armor, and you get a ship out of it and everything. So that sucks. That didn't record it, but I think I'm gonna start it anyway with 8.6. I think it's a bit laggier in 8.5. The playthrough of it, so I'm gonna try 8.6 as a new character. See if that helps on it at all. I don't know if it does, but it's easy enough to get credits, honestly. Yeah. Anyway, so thanks for watching. The next video should be 8.6. I know it just came out a while ago from when you guys are watching this, but again, I'm trying to get a backlog going so you guys have content while I'm taking a bit of a family break and a little bit away for cover and taking care of the kids and stuff. So, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take care.
Might as well take what we can.
came here to reclaim some Imperial property, but this whole shipyard is overrun. I've managed to patch up my ship and kill a few of these lowlifes, but they just keep on coming. I'm going to try to head to Dablereth. Going to put in another request to get the Empire out here to deal with this group. But until then, if any of you thugs are listening, I'm the damn ghost stealing your shit in the night. Clear out while you have the chance.
How can I be of service? Allow me to assist you with carrying your items. Goodbye.